Welcome to part 2 of my tutorial where we're continuing our lesson on color correction. Right now what I'm going to show you is how most people clean a manga page, but stay tuned for part 3 where I'll then show you my personal preference. Most people, when it comes to Scanlation, clean up a manga page or correct a manga page by using levels. Instead of me opening levels from the image drop-down menu, which you can find here, we're going to instead head over to Window and click on Adjustments. What we have here is a mini version of levels compared to the levels we have under the image drop-down menu. With levels, which I'll expand a bit here, you'll have your 255 shades of gray displayed with a graph called a histogram, 0 being your pure black and 255 being your pure white. The histogram displays how many types of brightness values are in the image. For example, we can see there's basically no pixels that are pure black on our image. And over here at the white, we can see there's not really any pure white either. So how do we change this? To start, we can go ahead and take our black slider here by clicking on it and dragging it to the right. The further we drag it to the right, everything on the histogram to the left of it now becomes pure black. The same goes with the white. When you drag it to the left here, the further you drag it to the left, the brighter the page gets because more and more pixels on the right of it become pure white. The gray slider in the center here is called a gamma slider, and it typically can be left alone in its one value, but feel free to experiment it if you wish. You can, if you'd like, revert back to the original state by selecting the reset button to the left of the garbage can here. If you click on the white eyedropper, you can head over to the page and select a pixel you know you'd like to have pure white. When you click that, every pixel of that same brightness value becomes pure white. If you hold down your Alt key or Option key for Mac users, you'll see the page change to just black and white. If you still have your white eyedropper selected and you're holding down your Alt or Option key, anything showing up as black is letting you know that it is not a pure white pixel. So if you're going for a real crisp manga page, you can go ahead and sort of nitpick with your page and select pixels that you know you want to have as pure white. Then you can go ahead and click your black eyedropper, and holding down your Alt or Option key again, anything showing up as white is telling you that is not a pure black pixel. So again, you can go to an area where you know you want to have pure black. And there you have it. You can use whichever method you prefer, or you could even do a little bit of a mixture of both. Now you might be wondering why I showed you this version compared to the standalone version that was located over here under the image drop-down menu. If I were to save this file as it is now, I could alter it and change it when I come back to it again. So if I come back to clean up the text and typeset the English onto the page, and I decide, this manga page is looking a little too light, I can go ahead and increase my darks or decrease my whites. However, I delete that there and go over to the image drop-down menu and have my standalone version. Anything that I do to change the image, once I click OK and save, I'm done. Once I open my file back up, I can't go, ooh, I really missed some of these pixels in the bubble here, I should go ahead and clean that up. The problem with that is, this is my image now, so I would have to go back up to my image and my adjustments and click on levels, and my levels would be completely different from the way they were, so I could end up losing a lot more information from my page, and it might not end up as so nice. So that's why I definitely prefer using a mini version of color correction. So since I haven't saved, I'm going to go ahead and click on my F12 to revert back to its original state. And since I'm back at my original state, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm on my grayscale mode. I'm going to go ahead and click OK to discard my color information, and then we can head over to part 3 of my preferred method of color correction, along with a couple little tips just from my own personal experience.